This world is not what you think it is. This world is not what you think it is. Oh, oh.
Para poder aplicar todas las ideas que tenía en la cabeza, tenía que conseguir primero algo casi imposible: subir de primeras a tercera división. Esta es una categoría donde ya tendría relevancia, con muchos ojos puestos. Para ello puse todo lo que tenía. Este club no puede ser local, debe convertirse en algo mundial, que represente una causa, que defienda la verdad. El fútbol, como bien sabéis, transmite como ningún otro deporte. A través de él podremos hablar al mundo sin temor. Para ello he cambiado el nombre. A partir de ahora nos llamaremos Flat Earth Football Club.
I'm gonna get started. As you know, we have a Spanish club changing its name to Flat Earth Football Club. We saw just a couple of pieces that have come out within the last week or so about this, and there have been quite a few more. We look at this one from the Mirror as well, support for conspiracy theory. And I talked about how Alfio Basili, who was a former coach of the Argentinian football team, world champion, is now a flat earther, a supporter. His son was there with us at the encounter in Barcelona. And we have more. And this sound, it's in Russia apparently, Hand of Moscow, something I found today, and the English is pretty weird. And it's just a little note. So this thing is getting passed around. Hello, David. David is asking, are they flat earthers or just doing it for fun? So it's a good question, and I never knew who this guy was before I got there. I didn't know he was going to be coming. Let me get my camera here. And I didn't know this guy was going to be there, Javi. I came for the encounter to speak and to share the stage with Iru and Hermanos Baria, whom I had met before in Barcelona. And Iru has been making quite an impact in the Spanish-speaking world. And that's what we see. People, this is serious. This guy is a serious flat earther. Hello, Luis Roberto. From Argentina. So, indeed, there's a lot of people who speak English as a second language, who speak Spanish as well. There's quite a lot of people who speak Portuguese and speak Spanish and understand English and may speak English. Yeah. Is this a promotion then? So David's saying he's a little bit suspicious apparently. What happened here is like this. Let me tell you, I told the story before, and this is what Iru told me. And he's been contacted by this guy. This guy was a player in the Spanish world of football who grew up from the slower growing from division to division, going forward until he reached the first division of Spanish football, which is playing against Real Madrid and Barcelona, big teams that have like worldwide appeal. Right? People in Brazil are fanatics about these teams. They watch them all the time. And Ido has been contacted by people who were formerly in Hollywood, for instance. There's another guy who you might know, the film called Nine Queens, Nove Reinas in Spanish, I think is the name. And it's a very famous Argentinian film. And one of the actors in this film also has contacted Ido after he's gone through a journey into Hollywood, realized everything was corrupt, had an ayahuasca journey, then saw himself doing what he was doing and decided to quit and came out and became someone who speaks against and exposes Hollywood. And became a flat earther later after learning about Ido's work. And something very similar happened in this case. This guy, Javi, reached the first division of Spanish football. There he realized it was corrupt and there were many issues. People were probably getting paid, bribes, and what we know about these, FIFA, the organization, being absolutely corrupt from the get-go, from the beginning. And we know about the development that they've done in different countries that they've been in Brazil. So Javi Poves saw this corruption, decided to get out, even though he was making a lot of money. Probably because first division, you're professional for years to climb from the third division all the way to first division. And he started a small team and took this team into the third division. And the first teams in the third division play against the second and the first division, the first teams as well. There's some extra tournament. Ido was very excited about this because people in the news will be forced to say Flat Earth football team. And apparently there's a plan to put names of different channels, I think, as fictional names for the players as well, to promote Flat Earth. And Javi became a convert to the Flat Earth idea after he learned of Ido's work and followed Ido's work. And Ido, and I think in Hermanos Badia as well. So when you go to the Flat Earth Football Club website, which is this one, it says who we are. And they say here, we are the first club in the world that fights to reveal the truth about the world in which we live. This is what they're saying. Who we are. And we are a club of football, professional football, that plays in the national championship of the third division of Spanish league. And that has been born to unite the voices of millions of flat earthers and all those people who are searching for answers. And this is Javi Poves saying here. And he had to, first of all, the team had a different name, and he had to change the name into this name. And because he knew everybody in the bureaucracy and the administrations, he managed to push this through and get it registered as a team that doesn't have a place, a particular place that they are connected to, a particular city. It's that's the idea. At least that's what I heard, firsthand. And Ido told me the whole story himself. And before, like the day before the unveiling of this, and Ido told me that there would be jerseys, there would be official jerseys that would be given, and that they would be sending one jersey that had the name of an astronaut who is the Ministry of Science in Spain, former astronaut. As we see in Brazil, we also see this. There's a Ministry of Science now from the new administration who also has been on the ISS. When you see those videos, it's a zero-G plane or worse. So then he had some trouble pushing this through the bureaucracy. He had a partner in the club because he is an owner of this club, and he had somebody else who owned it with him. The guy didn't want to have anything to do with Flat Earth, so he bought the guy's part in the team and carried it forward. As far as I know, he has been inspired, and he has realized is a cause that's worth fighting for, apparently, from his perspective. So that's so far what I know. Okay, and so let's see what else they say here. They have pictures. This is the guy, Pedro Duque is the minister. So here they're making, they're going to send this shirt, the Flat Earth Football Club. Why the Flat Earth Football Club? So they say, football is the most mediatic sport with the most repercussion at world level. To create a Flat Earther Club is the best form, I guess, to maintain a constant presence in the means of communication in the media. Because this is, the punchline is what Ido told me as well, that now commentators will have to be saying Flat Earth Football Club all the time whenever they are playing, and this team is already appearing on television. Their games are broadcast routinely because they're already in the professional divisions. like the 3 top divisions, those people follow those teams. So that's one of their. That's why people are very excited about this, and I would like to share with you the footage from the conference, how it was unveiled and how Javi did the unveiling of the T-shirts and the team. I was on the stage. I had a different perspective. It's not somebody who's strolling. That is from what I saw with my own eyes, being there and being on stage when he presented the jerseys, and before on the beach when he came up, he brought his sisters and he was hanging out. People were kicking a football there on the beach in Barcelona and playing music and talking, and he was right there with us. Completely nice guy and quiet, humble. So it was great. Let's take a look at the event itself. I'm not gonna take too much time.
Mismo nos lo explica. Tenemos
He will explain to you himself.
aquí a Javi Poves.
Javi Poves.
Una alegría tenerlo entre nosotros. Y
Very happy to have you among us.
hoy se nos suma. ¿Y de qué manera?
What a way to do this.
Muy rápido, yo soy
Terraplanista.
menos ilustrado que esta mesa. Y bueno, todos sabéis, o muchos de los que estáis aquí, sabéis que yo me he dedicado toda la vida
I think he said I'm not worthy of being on the stage or something like that. A kind of humble greeting to
Y
everybody.
bueno, todos sabéis, o muchos de los que estáis aquí, sabéis que yo me he dedicado toda la vida al mundo del fútbol.
A lot of people here know that I have dedicated my life to the world of football.
Por diversos motivos me alejé de él.
For many motives, for different reasons, I left, I guess.
Y me empecé a acercar a otras vertientes, ¿no? de la vida. Una de ellas
And I started searching for other things, different answers to the questions of life, I guess.
apareció gracias a Iru Landucci, que es el
And thanks to Iro Landucci.
tema de tierra plana.
And
Y a mí hace ya un tiempo me empezó a correr una
he
idea
started to have this
bastante
idea,
perversa, ¿no?
started
En contra
coming
de-
up, a perverse idea started to form in his head.
del sistema este en el que estamos viviendo, que, bueno, vivimos en el engaño. Yo ahora soy presidente
Because we know that the system we have, we're being fooled by the
de un
system.
club de fútbol. Este año hemos conseguido,
I have this team of football, and this year we managed to make it
para lo que yo considero que
what I consider to be
es un
is-
éxito,
it's a how do you say achievement,
un hito en Madrid, ¿no? He conseguido
a
llevar
unique
mi equipo, que es
achievement.
un equipo
I managed to
pequeñito,
take
a la división
my team, which was a very small team,
madrileña, una
a traditional team from Madrid,
división en la que ya hay muchísimos ojos puestos, y a mí se me ocurrió una cosa muy guay.
and this occurred to him. This thing occurred to him. This idea.
Se me ocurrió
Un gran caballo de Troya, digamos.
no sé si tenemos
Sí.
una imagen que te he enviado al correo.
Esa.
No me ha dado tiempo.
Is the
Ah, mira,
image?
aquí tenemos algo. ¡Vamos! ¡Vamos!
So people celebrate the football club here.
Si nos quieren silenciar, aquí van a tener faena.
If you want to silence us, says one of the hermanos Baria, here you're gonna have to deal with this now.
Verdad que he considerado que Móstoles Balompié en tercera división no tiene ninguna repercusión. Yo
Some people believe that there's no repercussions from a team on the third division.
soy de Móstoles, no tengo nada en contra de Móstoles, pero creo que hacer un club que represente a un movimiento,
But to make a club that represents a
un
movement,
club
a
que
club
tenga alma,
that has a soul,
un club que sepa transferir un poco la verdad a la sociedad,
a club that can transfer a little bit of the truth to society.
pues qué mejor manera, ¿no? de representarnos a todos
What better way to represent us all
pues con el nombre bastante característico.
with a name that's
Un-
very
Para que se
characteristic.
entienda en toda
And Iro says so that people understand
lengua, ¿no? Lo que
En-
entienden, por
in
eso
every language.
no está puesto en
Efectivamente.
castellano.
Y yo, he tenido mucha duda de cómo hacer esto, ¿no? Porque mucha
I had many doubts on how to do this.
gente te mete miedo.
I was afraid.
Cuidado,
I had to be careful.
esto es una locura.
Is this crazy?
La primera vez en la historia del fútbol,
The first time in the history of football
tanto español como mundial, que se hace un club de fútbol que no reside en una ciudad o
that we have a football team that doesn't reside in a town,
en un país concreto.
in a concrete country.
Esto es el primer club que representa una idea, un
This is the first club that represents an idea,
conocimiento
a
y una
movement,
búsqueda.
and a
Yo no
search.
sé exactamente hacia dónde va a ir esto.
I don't know exactly where this is going.
Más allá,
Yo, yo,
más allá de la Antártida, capaz.
And then Ito jokes, oh, maybe it will go to Antarctica, perhaps.
yo me he dejado...
Eres un valiente, Javi.
No.
You're very brave. One of the David Badia says.
Sí, claro que sí.
Yo sinceramente creo que me juego
I hope that
mucho con todo esto. A mí, ayer lo decía y lo siento, pero
something
es así.
comes out of it.
Un
I
club de
felt that this had to happen, that I had to do this.
televisión vale muchísimo dinero y realmente lo estoy entregando a la causa. Así de claro lo digo.
It is worth a lot of money, the club, and he's just basically putting it all in. Essentially is what he's doing. Put it all in. All he has is put it in there.
Y esto lo hago porque lo creo y porque considero que puede estar cojonudamente divertido.
¡Grande!
Because he really believes it, and he thinks it, and that's it.
Y bueno, mira, si tenía un regalo aquí para los organizadores. Si me pasas eso que tengo ahí, gracias.
Now he's gonna start pulling out the shirts.
Pues bueno, pues podéis imaginar, ¿no? No,
No, a ver, yo quiero dejar claro algo. O sea, él el jueves fue y presentó oficialmente en el...
Lo registró.
Lo registró.
He has been. Ito is saying, pay attention. He has been registered as a team. It's not just an idea.
Fue y presentó en la sede oficial del
The
fútbol
official
español. Fue y dijo, cambio el nombre del
Administration of Spanish football
equipo. Le dije,
changed the name,
¿qué estás haciendo, Javi? La de siempre, dijo.
and they try to say, "What are you trying to do?" And he said, "That's it."
O sea, está oficializado. Esto no es un proyecto ni nada.
Se da a conocer hoy aquí, todavía no lo sabe la prensa, evidentemente a partir de hoy lo va a conocer.
And the press is gonna know. He's saying the press is gonna know, and you're getting to know this firsthand here.
la presentación oficial del club. O sea, yo me he venido
He
a
has an official presentation for the club that he's gonna do.
Barcelona a presentarlo.
This is it. This is the official, the first one.
La verdad que la gente del registro de entidades deportivas de la Comunidad de Madrid
The truth is that the people from the registration desk at the Madrileñan Football Association, they didn't know what to do with
se
it.
mareaba un poco.
They're
Sabía inglés.
confused.
Cuando registras el nombre, te lo registran, te dan el certificado como que lo has registrado y tengo que ir a la Federación Madrileña, que
You have to go to the federation later after,
a su vez a la Federación Española.
and the
Y
Spanish Federation.
decían, Dios mío de mi vida, ¿qué cojones es esto? Cuando le dije, mira, pon el traductor,
Why they say, what the hell is this guy? How balls essentially? What balls? How ballsy? I guess it would be the way to translate it.
ahí ya casi una se desmaya. Estuvo muy guay. Y bueno, mira, me hubiera encantado tener 500.000 de estas, pero creo que realmente que se la merece.
He wish he had more of these, but he believes that who deserves
Con la
it,
gente
and
que
he's
ha
going to give it
intentado.
to the people who organize the Barcelona meeting, the Hermanos Bari, and Iris Landucci.
De alguna forma organizar o empezar un movimiento aquí en Barcelona, gente que es súper comprometida, gente que yo conocí y me invitaron a su casa el primer día y bueno, yo creo que para ellos es fundamental.
He says, when I first met them, they invited me to their home. They're very welcoming. These people were really special. They inspired me, essentially. And he's referring to the Hermanos Baria, who hosted the meeting in Barcelona, who we were hanging out with the night before.
Que sean los primeros que van a vestir la camiseta.
They'll be the first to dress the shirts, the jerseys.
Qué maestro eres, Javi.
Bueno,
Pedro Duque tiene que ser socio de este club, pero desde ya, desde el minuto 1. Así que nada, yo... si ponéis flaterfootballclub.com, hemos empezado a hacer una web.
It's giving the link to the website.
Está finalizada.
Esto viene a pulmón desde hace una semana.
Sí, esto es rápido todo, porque tenía un socio, mi socio no estaba de acuerdo en absoluto
He's
con...
talking about his partner who wasn't in full accord with his idea.
hacer nada de esto, así que a tomar por culo socio y para
Ki-
allá. No te digo.
kicked him out.
No, pero...
Muchas gracias y nos vemos. Chao.
Espera.
Perdona.
Espérate que tenemos...
Javi, un momentito, por favor, porque ya que nos has...
Just
tú
a second, guys. I
agradecido
have to
con
take the
todo
phone
esto,
here really
una gran
A ver
quickly.
alegría.
si...
And I'll come
Tenemos-
back and translate.
Vente ahí.
Aquí un momentito.
Vamos. Mira quién...
Tenemos la gran suerte de contar con quien contamos, ¿no? Entre nuestros ya grandes amigos, que es Alfito Basile, hijo de Coco Basile. Y bueno, tenía unas palabras para ti, Javi.
Maestro, estamos hablando del último director técnico que hizo ganar a la Argentina, ¿no? Básicamente.
Javi Pobes, te felicito por tener un club Flat Earth y lo hayas puesto en España y
And this, guys, this is a really big deal here. Okay. This is the coach for the Argentinian national team, whose son, like I said, because Idu's reach has been far wide in the Spanish community, his son, this guy's son, who's the former coach for the Argentinian national team and a world champion, I think 4 times, if I'm not mistaken, is sending a message to Javi because of the team. Okay, and you can look at his biography. I had it on my screen here, just his control, the Wikipedia thing, but it lists the highlights of his career, different teams he's worked for, so pretty big deal in the world of football, or soccer as you may have it. So take a look who he is, but this is the guy on the screen, and he's addressing Javi because of the team. Let's see what he says.
y nosotros todos, los de la tierra plana, yo acá en Argentina, soy un técnico, Alfio Basílico, y coincido totalmente con ustedes, con la
I'm here with the Flat Earth people in Argentina, and I'm a coach. I'm not sure you know me, Alfio Basili,
teoría. Yo soy uno más. Espero
and I'm another Flat Earther,
que el día de mañana nos encontremos
and I hope that I can meet you one day, maybe tomorrow, maybe someday,
en España
in
y que me
Spain.
contrates de manager, porque me
And
gustaría vivir
if
acá
you-
contigo.
And you would hire me, that I would love to work with you.
Y apoyar a toda esta masa que tenemos en el mundo.
Muchas gracias, Coco.
¡Grande
Salud.
Coco!
Javi,
So big
No,
deal. Football is huge in Argentina. They were world champions many times. They're a big rival of the Brazilian team. They had Maradona. This guy knew Maradona, knows Maradona, and everything. These are people who are really with a wide reach.
Esperemos que tenga muchos seguidores en todos los lugares del plano este
Claro,
equipo.
no,
Que
la,
sean
la- o
seguidos.
sea, la realidad es que se lo puede ver de muchas maneras y tal vez en este ámbito parece una cosa muy cirquera por un...
He's saying we're kind of making light of it here. In a way, it seems like this doesn't have the gravity. Maybe you're not giving the gravity that the situation requires, is what it was trying to say here.
lado, pero
The significance of this it's phenomenal. Right? This is what he's trying to point to here.
es la verdad que yo lo felicito porque es algo serio, o sea, no estamos hablando de que esto va a ser una cuestión, mira, tengo un club.
It's something serious. It's not somebody who's just joking around and pretending they have a club.
Él está poniendo la vida real, como creo que hemos hecho muchos de nosotros
Putting his life on the line here to promote this, of course, is a real person.
para defender esta posición.
Defending our position.
Y en esta época que tal vez lo que más estamos sufriendo es censura
And at this time that maybe what we're suffering more is censorship.
y nos quieren sacar los videos, que los
They want to
algoritmos,
take our videos away. There's algorithms controlling searches.
que esto, que aquello, que el otro, una manera tal vez de poder estar, o sea, ustedes piensen que Tercera División no es un club amateur, o sea, Tercera División
And this is a huge. He's saying this is a huge win because The third division is not, it is a professional team, it's not amateur.
Tienen que leer los periodistas Flat Earth
And
Group.
the people in the newspapers, they have to write this name of this team and they have to talk about it because this team is going to be playing a whole bunch of other teams, is what they do.
O sea, lo tienen que leer cotidianamente, ¿no es cierto? O sea,
Continuously, can you say?
pero es real, o sea, va a aparecer, o sea,
It's real, it's going to be on TV all the time.
puede jugar Copa del Rey si quedan los primeros 6 puestos.
They can get into this kind of King's Cup or something where the winners of the different divisions play against one another. Then they'll be playing the big guys, Barcelona perhaps.
Está apuntado a eso. Ni hablar si llega a subir a Segunda B o le toca en la Copa del Rey contra un Barcelona. Imagínense lo que es eso a nivel.
Exactly what I just said. Maybe they will eventually play Barcelona and then this will be huge.
Mensaje a nivel comunicación.
In terms of a message, in terms of communication, the implications are vast.
Lógicamente es un club que va a ser, bueno, lo puso él y va a utilizar lo que él ya tiene, pero obviamente están todos
He's going to use his resources to push this forward and to communicate.
invitados a hacerse socios con una.
And you are also allowed to be owners of the club. So people can buy shares of the club or something like this. I'm guessing here, this is what he's saying.
Por una mínima cuota de.
Sí, no, a ver.
There's a quote, and you can get a piece, a part of a share.
O precio que la entrada, básicamente.
Está
It's like the price of an entrance to a club.
claro que yo solo... El objetivo es primera división.
The objective is first division.
No,
He's not joking.
Old Trafford.
no, pero estas risas... Que no, entiendo que son...
I understand that you're laughing.
Jugó en primera división,
No,
muchachos,
no,
o sea.
pero que estas risas son... Esas risas también las escuchaba en primera regional.
I also heard these laughs before
Y en 3 años lo hemos
when I wasn't even in the professional league.
colocado en tercera.
And now we're in the third division.
Y jijijijija,
Yeah, ha 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 ha, but I put this team in the third
yo os
division.
digo
But
que
I'm telling you-
acordaos que el objetivo es jugar en el Bernabéu,
It's wake up
ganarle 0-3
and go all the way up.
eh,
Win the division,
y
the
pa'
third
casa.
division. And go
Qué
up.
conflicto ese día de partido para la gente de Barcelona y la gente del Flat
Nah,
Earth.
entonces tendremos que hacer aquí la base, ¿no? Porque allí en Madrid...
We have to make the base here because there's a second encounter in Barcelona has gone really, really well.
La verdad que, Javi, yo, de mi punto de vista,
Bueno.
muchas gracias por jugártela de esa manera.
You can watch, it'll be exciting because you can watch the underdogs supposedly come up and beat their way up into the first division.
Un proyecto que nace desde la conciencia y
y
del corazón.
Aparte corroborar un poco también lo que muchas veces al principio dudábamos si Javi Pove realmente era un terraplanista, ¿no? Bueno, me parece.
Here, again, the question that David also asked, is he a real flat earther? And he's saying, after you've done all this stuff, Ito's saying, are you joking? Because look what he's done. He put his life on the line, essentially.
Ya quedó, maestro.
Vamos para abajo a tomar algo. Bueno, no,
He's saying, let's go, and now he wants to say something else.
Música.
Let's go.
Gracias, maestro.
Gracias, Javi, maestro.
So that's it.
Sorteo. Antes de la...
No hay ni razas, ni colores, ni banderas, ni fronteras, ni una bola ilusoria que limite tu cabeza. Somos libres con más fuerza que nos vuela por las venas. Este plano nos impulsa, paraíso, madre tierra. Late, Fútbol Club. La tierra es plana. Flare, Fútbol Club. La tierra es plana. Flare, Fútbol Club. La tierra es plana. Integramos al contrario, él es nuestra fuerza. Veneramos la afición, es nuestra inspiración. Confiamos en los sentidos, tenemos todo el poder de crear nuestro destino libre de todo fe. Cuestionamos toda info, ponte a investigar. Que el agua no se curva, despierta ya. Flare, Fútbol Club. La tierra es plana. Flare, Fútbol Club. La tierra es plana. Flare, Fútbol Club. La tierra es plana. Flare,
This world is not what you think it is. This world is not what you think it is. Go, go.